Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Bila coming to you with another review of Tyler Perry's Sistas Season 8, Episode 15, Tectonic Shifts. All right, y'all. If you're new to my channel, welcome. How are you all doing? Another episode of Sistas. If you are returning, hey, how you doing? It's good to see y'all again, or hear from y'all again. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. The more you do like the video, the more I do go through the algorithm, and more people will start to view my commentary. And I just want to say I love you all, and I am so happy you all are here. Y'all know I've been playing with the little things. Hey. Yeah, so um yes, like I said, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's go ahead and get into this episode of Tyler Perry Sisters. Um yeah, so the episode picks up where it left off. The Agent Watts is showing Gary pictures of people, and when he got to Fatima, he was like, yes, her. And the agent was like, Fatima, what's Fatima last name? Fatima Bronson, Fatima Johnson, Fatima. Y'all know her last name, Fatima. And he was like, yes, this is the woman that stabbed me. And he was like, huh, her? And then he was like, well, he got, his memory is really fuzzy. So he started to say, well, yeah, she held a knife to my throat. I do remember. And he was like, huh, Fatima did. Fatima held a knife to your throat. So he was just like, yeah, that's what he remember. Okay. So he's not finished. Yeah. And, yeah. So after Gary then made the discovery that Fatima is the one that held the knife to his throat, and of course it was a flashback. We all know it was a flashback that happened when him and Andy had went over there, and Andy came to confront him, but apparently Gary don't remember that part, but he remember everything else. So back over at Andy's house, Andy is questioning Robin, saying, so she just came right out with, are you the one that stabbed Gary? He was like, no, why would you ask me that? And she was like, I just want to know. And, he was thinking, like, out of all people, you should know me better than that. And she was just looking at him like, bringing up the way that he came in, and the way that Gary and him and Gary was fighting over her, and the way him and Gary was fighting over Andy, and the way that he tried to take over the law firm and all that other stuff. And he was just like, why would I try to help you and then try to frame you for something that I did? Why would I try to cover up something like that? And she was just like, I don't know. And he just saying, so who will give you that thought? Like, who will put that thought into your head? Oh, was it Fatima? Yeah, it was Fatima that did it, but she was like, leave my friends out of this. But he's just like, no, I wouldn't do that. He clearly said no, he wouldn't do that, and he really can't understand why he would think anything like that. And she's, from this point, she really don't trust him, because the way that he did her at the law firm, the way that he was like giving her cases away and all that stuff. So she really don't trust him, and she was just like, you know what, I need you to leave. I need you to leave right now. And he walks out with his head hanging low. So back over with Rich, he has received the devastating news that he has a sickle cell trait. Now, mind you, he doesn't have sickle cell. Black folks, sickle cell. He doesn't have sickle cell. He has a sickle cell trait. And so, after hearing this news, he's just like, oh my God, I can't believe this and all that other stuff. And, Sabrina says, okay, so she understands, well, she knows what sickle cell is, but she really doesn't truly understand what sickle cell is. She's like, can you please help me out? So this is Tyler Perry giving an educational moment, right? Because if you don't know, that the sickle cell trait is like predominantly in the black community, mainly on the male side of the black community, right? So it's just talking about how the red blood cells run through the bloodstream to help fight off infectious diseases, and they are normally the red blood cells are like a circular, or maybe just more of a circular motion. It's like a circle. But the sickle cells that are damaged, they have like a sickle look. It's like a curve in the red blood cells, and it doesn't allow the oxygen and the blood flow that helps fight off diseases get to the proper areas, which can cause somebody to have chronic illnesses, um child fatigue, stroke. He said stroke. Oh, I said, "God, dog, stroke got you." He said, my kid gonna have a stroke. I mean, hey, it's a possibility that, if you were to have a kid, the kid may not get it, because Sabrina is predominantly healthy and Rich is the one that has the trait. So it's a gamble. So yeah. All right, now Danny is writing a letter to myself. When I saw this, I thought about the color purple. Remember when Celia used to be on the porch and she'll be writing a letter, she'll say, "Dear God, today was a good day." It just puts me in the mind of Danny talking to herself. She's thinking about how Zach helped her through her moment, and Zach also helped her realize that pretty much Tony is her man, and that's who she gonna deal with. Tony gonna be her man, her man, her man. And when she thought about Preston, it's normal for her to do so. But at the end of the day, she gonna go get her man. She gonna put on some clothes and go to work. It's pretty much. All right, so you hear that knock, 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 knock at the door. So who comes to the door? It is Fatima. Fatima says, and Karen is like, "Hey, what are you doing here? Oh, we need to talk. We need to talk. Okay, well, come in." So I really couldn't get a really cute, clear picture, so I might just be going back and forth like this, right? Is that okay with y'all? I mean, that's all I got. But anyway, so Fatima comes in, and I was just looking at Fatima like, "Girl, you gonna sit down? So you just gonna wait till Karen?" Because Karen said you can have a seat. Anyway, so Fatima goes over there and they sit down, and they pretty much get to talking. Like I said, if y'all didn't go back and watch, because I do Tyler Perry Sistas, I do Tyler Perry's Fatimas, and I do trailer reviews. So if you're new here, go and check them out. If you've been here, check them out. And also, yes, I do want to get up to 100 likes every single video. So I would like to get 100 likes every single video. So help me out, help me out. Anyway, um they sit down, they just really pretty much have a conversation, and they are talking about the last thing that she wants to do, because Karen did ask her, did she want some water? She said that Fatima shouldn't. Fatima said that Karen should be doing all that. She don't want to stress her out, and in her condition. And Karen is like, "Well, you are in the same condition I am, so I mean, we're both in the same condition, right?" So they pretty much they sit down, they talk, and they just talk about pretty much having boundaries, and just popping up over like she did, and Zach, they talk about Zach and how he's, I don't know, they bring up Zach and how Zach is both of their baby daddies, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so they talk about her being stressed out. They talk about her, about them pretty much coming to a common ground, because both of them are very busy at the moment. Like Karen got her two businesses, and Fatima is holding it down for her and Zach and baby Michael. It's just like they both have a lot going on. So being that they both have a lot going on, it's like they're pretty much going to try to work together to have something sustainable between the entire family. But as they do, I mean, they talk about being a black woman and black kids need love, and all this other stuff. But we'll get more into the conversation as it goes. Oh, hey Karen, how you doing? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna talk about it later. All right. So back over at the hospital, Detective Watts, he brings up another picture, and it's Zach. He was like, "Yeah, I know him. His name is Zach, right?" So while he's reminiscing or having flashbacks, child, I'm gonna have to put my hands down. I didn't even know that was a signal. If there was, I forgot. They gonna be, what Google said they gonna do that. They just gonna make stuff up. But I'm gonna just keep my hands like this. I talk with my hands. But anyway, I'm doing too much. So, yes. So, he brings up, Zach looks at him, telling, "I know him. Isn't his name Zach, right?" And he was just like, "Yeah, his name is Zach," or whatever. And, excuse me. while he brings up Zach, he was like, the flashback is talking about Zach and that he wants his money and all of that stuff. And Zach punches him in the face. And so he was like, yeah, Zach is the one that, punched me in the face. But mind you, also, before he even brought up Zach, he was talking about Fatima and about her stabbing him. But he was like, no, I don't know. I just know she held a knife to my neck. And Andy was there. So was Andy there? Andy not there? Whoop de whoop. They don't know. And I'm just like, Detective Watts. My nose is running, y'all. I'm like, Detective Watts, you can clearly see that this man is not in his right mind. So whatever information you're giving him is not accurate because he's not in his right mind. He's getting bits and pieces of things that are happening in his life. And at the end of the day, he caused them all. So, but I guess this is giving Detective Watts a little ammunition to go and knock on everybody's door. And we'll get there later. All right, so back over with Rich and Sabrina. Okay, so the thing is, there was a clip in here that I didn't put, and I should have put it in here because back over at the office, back over at the fertility fertility clinic, the doctor did bring up to Sabrina that there is another donor. Like I know you want to go with Rich, but you can also, we still have Del Money's, sperm on deck if you want to use it. And Sabrina is just like, she doesn't want to use his or whatever, but it's still an option. And Rich's whole thing is like looking like, so really you gonna really pretty much use this man's sperm, like, or whatever. But Sabrina doesn't give an answer, and that really does like have Rich's wheels spinning, right? Because Rich is over there feeling sorry for himself because he was like, I don't want to produce any kids that just may be sick. And but the doctor said, like, Rich, you have the trait. You don't have sickle cell, you have the trait, but it is a possibility that you can that your kid could have it. But the good thing about it is Sabrina is not sick. I mean, Sabrina is healthy. You not all the way right. And y'all can have a baby. Y'all just can't do it through IVF and through the in vitro. And Sabrina said they can go somewhere else, which leads me to believe that Sabrina still wants to use him because she's saying let's go somewhere else. Like you're going to get a second opinion saying that ain't nothing wrong with him. I didn't really understand that in the conversation because I was like, why would you go somewhere else? And the doctor did say, like, I mean, you can go somewhere else, but 9 times out of 10 they're gonna tell you the same thing because most clinics have the same practices. And then when they bring up the Del Money situation, and she just kind of like, oh, and then Rich is looking like, so you really, you know what I'm saying? So it's really weird. I guess I didn't understand why she said we can go somewhere else. And now that leads me to this situation right here where they're at her house. And so Sabrina is just kind of in her feelings because she was like, all this money I spent, like I have all this time I've wasted, all these shots that I've taken, and she's saying it's pretty much all for naught, like it's all a waste. But Rich's whole deal is, I mean, well, we don't have to go through that way. We can just do it the old fashioned way. We can just do it right now. And he starts taking off like he want to get it in right now because he has something to prove. And she's just like, no, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really even trying to have a baby right now. And so Rich gets in his feelings and he's just like, oh, so you're not trying to have a baby right now? But you weren't saying that, when you was trying to get my sperm. Now all of a sudden you ain't a baby right now. But Rich, all the while, this is the reason why she's going this route. It's because she doesn't want to have a baby right now. That's why she's going this route. And when she's ready, then your sperm comes into play. But right now, she ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? She wants a baby. She wants a baby badly, but just not right now. But Rich is taking it to offense or defense because now there is another man like Del Money. Del Money is in the picture, and it's just like, come on, Rich. You knew what this was before you even knew what this was. And now, Sabrina, you really have to make a decision. Like, do you want to risk the chance of having a baby with Rich, that just may have sickle cell or the sickle cell trait. I mean, y'all got some hard conversations that y'all need to have, because I don't know. I posed the question when I did the trailer review. I was like, would anyone out there, you know what I'm saying? Would any one of y'all in the comments, would you willingly, knowingly knowing that your partner, your husband, you know what I'm saying, your significant other could have the sickle cell trait and therefore pass this on to your kid? Would you be willing to take that risk? Let me know. Hmm. All right, so Andy is eating all the ice cream. Child, the only thing that was getting me was that that ice cream seemed like it was real wet, because I just kept hearing it go. It seemed real wet. Anyway, that's just my hearing. Okay, so she gets a visitor, and it's Miss Marie Willis. And Miss Marie Willis bogarts the security, the concierge downstairs, and she just comes up and she's just like, yeah, we need to talk. And like, you drowning yourself in a big bucket of ice cream, and we need to have a full conversation, right? And so Miss Marie Willis, her whole thing is like, what are you gonna do, Andy? Pretty much, like, you, I can't believe that you allowed Robin to kick you, to get you up out of that firm. And Andy whole thing is, I mean, it's just temporary. It's not. But Miss Marie Willis says that yes, it could possibly be permanent. And then she's like, what are you gonna do? And then Andy said, well, just like Michelle Obama said, you know, when they go low, we go high. But Miss Marie Willis, I'm trying to do this so y'all can remember to thumbs up this video. So Miss Marie Willis says, no, I live next door to Michelle Obama, and I'm just letting you know that when they go low, we take it, what she say, we take it to the gutter. And why she take that girl ice cream and throw it? I said, Andy, you're not gonna even finish that ice cream. No, you're not. So she said, they go low, we take it to the gutter. Child, your ice cream gonna have to go in the trash. All right, so back over at the office, Maurice is abusing his friendship with Sabrina, and he is abusing his time at work, and he is constantly coming from his lunch break 10, 15, 20, however minutes late. And Paige over here is clocking. Paige is like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Like, you coming late or whatever, whatever. So they go back and forth like they always do. They have these, you know, back and forth where he's talking about her and him and all that other stuff, right? So while they're in the midst of their argument, Sabrina comes in and she's just like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And then Paige was actually going to snitch, but she was like, you know what? I'm wasting my breath because you're going to take his side anyway. And Sabrina's like, how do you know you're going to do that? But while Sabrina is saying that, Maurice is over there like, yes, she is. Like, I'm glad you know. You know what I'm saying? She going to take my side. And I was just like, dang, Maurice, the audacity for you to feel like Sabrina has to take your side. But in actuality, Sabrina didn't take his side. And she was just like, you know what, Paige, you can go ahead and leave and have an extended lunch. And Maurice is over there looking like, what? I can't believe you did that. But I mean, hey, you did it. She did it because you've been abusing time. So anyway, Maurice comes into Sabrina's office and she's just like, you know, about what I said, why did you do that? And because you know, you stealing time, you think I don't know. And she says, I put myself on the line to get you this job, and everybody can see that you are abusing power. You know, and that's not a good look on me after everything that I went through to get you this job, right? And so Maurice was like, okay, granted, noted, right? So then Maurice is like, I know you, I've been knowing you for a while. What is wrong? Like, why are you in such a mood or whatever? And she just tells him, she's just like, you know, I just got back from the fertility place, and come to find out that Rich's sperm is invaluable. Like, I can't use it. And he's just like, oh. And of course Maurice really wants to know what's going on, but Sabrina's just like, you know what, I'm not going to tell all this man's business. It's not my business to tell. But you know, there is another donor, because Maurice's like, what you gonna do? And you know, she brings up the other donor. He gonna, why Maurice called that man Bobby Brown now? I said, Maurice, you gonna Maurice, you have to call that man Bobby Brown now. Anyway, But at the end of the day, that is an option. You know what I'm saying? That is an option. So what you gonna do, Sabrina? You got options. All right, so now back over there at the hospital, child, Gary is going through it. He up here yelling, and he trying to understand why is everybody after him. Like, why is everybody trying to get me? Why me? I'm like, what you mean? Why you? Do we need to go through the list? Do we need to go through the list? Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's your fault. Your fault. And then while he's over there hollering and screaming to the top of his lungs, why me? Hudson comes in and is like, you're getting him all upset. You just need to leave right now. Hudson show like kicking somebody out. Hudson, you can leave right now. But anyway, Detective Watt, he just like, I got all the information I need. Holler at you later. I'm glad to leave because I'm gonna go to my next suspect, which is Fatima and Zachary Taylor, and it may be Andy again because you said that she was right there with Fatima while that knife was next to your neck. Anyway, so Danny goes back to work, and I don't know how I got this picture of Tony looking like this. Child, Tony looking like I don't know why. Anyway, so Danny pretty much came back to work, and Tony is surprised that he's there because she said, look, I just gave you PTO. I just submitted your PTO. And he was just shit. And then Danny's whole thing is, I don't want to spend my PTO being in my feelings or whatever. She would rather spend her PTO on the beach in a string bikini and all that stuff. And he was like, pretty much what changed, and he said like an old friend of his or hers came by and just really got her to realize everything that's going on with her in regards to her anxiety and PTSD and all that stuff, all of that. And Tony is just like, well, whoever she is, tell her I said, thank you. She was like, no, it ain't a she, it's he, it's Zach. And you can kind of see that Tony got in his feelings because Tony feels like, everything that I tried to do is not working. Now another dude come. I don't know what it is about the male ego. I don't know what it is, but when the time when you mention another man's name in regards to something that you have going on, they personally wants to get defensive. You know what I'm saying? Offensive, defensive, however. They get in one of the fences. Child, it's ridiculous. But then she has to go back and reassure him like a little kid. Well, no, I just want to thank you because, look, if it wasn't for you, then you've seen me through all my madness and all my craziness and yeah, woo, 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 which he did. But let's not forget everything that he was accusing you of doing and how he wasn't taking your. Look, I'm not gonna bring up old stuff. I don't want to be that mama. You know what I'm saying? When your daughter be mad at her man, and then you go and you vent to your mama, and when the daughter and the man done made up, and the mama still mad. I don't want to be the mama that's still mad. I'm just gonna let it go. I think I better let it go. Anyway, so while they're talking and they making up and all that other stuff, both of them, they both get texts from HR saying that they need to go down to the HR office right now, like right now. And they're like, oh my God, what could this be about? You don't know? So neither one of you know? The way y'all been canoodling around the office, you know what I'm saying? How y'all really not supposed to be fraternizing with each other, but y'all are. And y'all got cameras all around here that you think people don't see y'all oodles and noodling, canoodling. Anyway. So also back over with Fatima and Karen. So they are still talking, right? And so now Fatima brings up the fact that Karen actually went into false labor after she learned that Fatima was pregnant. And so Karen said, yeah, I can see how it looks that way. And she said, but for the record, she said, I want to tell you this. Yeah, it may look that way, but it's not what you think. And I thought she was going to tell us what it really was, but they really didn't go there. She pretty much said that she is not in love with Zach. Like at one point in time she was, and she said it over and over and over again, but it come to find out that she was still in love with him. But but, you know what I'm saying? She mean it this time. Like, he just her baby father, and that's pretty much what it is gonna be. And I thought that she was gonna really elaborate, saying, I went into false labor because I did hear the news and it kind of made me feel some type of way or whatever. But I mean, she just pretty much said that she don't love him like that or whatever. So, and that was pretty cool, I guess. Oh yeah. Oh, one more thing. Let me go back. Because also in this scene, she was talking about baby Michael. Oh, they were talking about their kids. They're gonna be siblings and all that other stuff. And and also Karen brings up the fact that baby Michael calls her Mama Fatima. And Fatima was saying, well, yeah, he pretty much calls me Mama Fatima because, his mama ain't in the picture, right? So then Karen said, of course, my kid is going to call me Mom, but, I wouldn't have a problem if they called you Mama Fatima. She was like, what? Mama Fatima. Like, they can call you Mama Fatima, girl. It's cool, I'm Mama. I'm Mama, right? I'm Mama. And you just Mama Fatima. I mean, I think that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's all about siblings and co-parenting and, coming full circle as a family, right? And so now Fatima was just like, what? You can see that Fatima was naturally kind of like, what? Like, we really moving. Like, me and you, us never part, my Titato. Hold on, not just yet. And so now Fatima just like, so do you think you think we should? And Karen like, hug? Oh, well, yeah. Okay, so, okay, well, let me get my big self up then. Let me get my child. Here they go. So your arm go up, but my arm go down. Hold on, how we? You know what? I'm a little bit. Let me get my big. Like, I'm a little bit too big for this. How about I just see you to the door? You about to leave? Okay, girl. You know what I'm saying? But that was pretty much it. I thought this was a really, really good scene. You can see that too. Like they always say, two black women getting along and just trying to make it easier for everybody. And I just think that's a good thing. All right, so now back over with Miss Marie Willis and Andy, right? So Andy is still okay in her feelings. Miss Marie Willis is giving her the pep talk and just pretty much saying like, you are the reason why I came to the firm. Like, you are. None of them people. It's you. And what are you gonna do to get your position back? And she's pretty much saying that she doesn't know. And then Miss Marie Willis brings up Rob, and she was like, I can't believe like you. She was like, pretty much, I can't believe that you was feeling Robin like that, and it wasn't like that or whatever. But then they bring up Jordan, and she said that she felt like Jordan is a better suit for Andy, and I was just like, I wouldn't date Jordan. I really wouldn't. Jordan is gonna have to do a whole lot of apologizing and a lot of flower giving and gift giving, because the way that he completely turned against Andy with his sister, which I mean that is your sister, but at the end of the day, he like you sit there and watch your sister slap me. Like, anyway, it's like, and you can kind of see that Tyler Perry is still trying to give Jordan like that leeway, like Jordan was just such a good guy, whatever. Anyway, Andy just pretty much said that she thinks she just might end up leaving a law firm. She just might end up leaving, and yeah, that's pretty much what it was. So back over at Fatima and Zach. Fatima comes home, of course, and they talk about their day. She talks about Danny and how Danny is doing with the anxiety and all that stuff. And Zach said he didn't really realize how much he missed her and all that. And then they bring up Karen. And while they're talking about Karen, Zach is massaging Fatima's feet and all that stuff. And that was pretty. And Fatima just pretty much saying, the conversation pretty much went well. And she also tells Zach that Karen is really not featuring you right now. Like, she ain't in love with you no more. Zach did feel some type of way because he felt good that he had two women going back and forth over him. It's all the male ego. But Fatima said, I mean, I get it, but I know at the end of the day, I have your heart. So she said she really wasn't tripping about however he was feeling. because it was always going to be Fatima at the end of the day. And Zach agreed, like, facts, right? So while they were talking and all that stuff, Fatima says that she wants to get up and she wants to go hit this, um, get on the board because she want to get her Inspector Gadget on, her detective work. I cannot, y'all. I cannot. She wants to get her detective work on, right? And so while they are about to get ready to get on the board, it's another knock, 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 knocking at the door. So they get up. They like, who in the world is at the door? Child, it is Agent Detective Watts. I need to speak with you. I need to speak with you. Whoa, 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 whoa. You gonna have to get up out of here. What are you here for? And they're talking about this in regards to Gary and all that other stuff. And he's gonna have some conversations. And before Zach could blow up, he just said, well, Fatima like, calm down, Zach. Calm down, whatever. But hey, we gonna see what's going on the next episode of Sistas. So, y'all, here we go. What y'all thought about this episode? It was pretty much of a filler. It wasn't too much happen. I am glad for the reconciliation between Karen and Fatima. It was really, really good to see. Chad, I don't know what's going on with Gary and his memory. He need to get all the thoughts together that are in sequence, because you got a thought over here and a thought over there and a thought everywhere. It's giving confusion. You know what I'm saying? And it's just giving enough for Detective Watts to go on a hunting spree. Anyway, and also Miss Marie Willis. You said you went over there with Andy, so if Andy leave, are you going over there wherever she go? Are you following? I don't know. Let me know. And Sabrina, what you gonna do, girl? You got a decision you need to make. Are you gonna stick with Rich? Or are you gonna go with Del Monte? What you gonna do? But anyway, y'all, this is Sheila Bila. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Now we can do all the all the emojis, right? All of them, right? All of them. What was I doing? What was this? I don't know how I was doing this. I really don't even know. But anyway, y'all have a great day, and yeah, thank y'all for watching. Goodbye. See, it always happens, child, every time. Look at that. Goodbye.